What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. All right, guys, I got a quick video for you guys. All right, I want to talk to you guys about change. So, I just finished watching yesterday. Actually, I watched Jim Ryan's interview, right? And I watched it live on Twitch. I'm probably gonna upload it on my YouTube channel as well, the whole thing, so you guys could see it. But one of the things that I got some of the main message that I got from that interview. And if you got something different, then let me know what your opinion is. I'm really curious. I know no fanboyism stuff. I just really want to know. One of the biggest thing that I got is that he wants to he wants change, meaning he's not satisfied with the amount of exposure, money, the amount of people that are touching PlayStation games, which is a good ambition to have. He wants that to change, and he references music, he references movies, he references um, music, movie, and the way how there's not a restriction as to who can actually have access to movies and music and all that other stuff. Now, he didn't fully spell it out as far as what that means, and I've dropped some tweets on Twitter saying that PlayStation games are coming to Stadia. Look, man, I was just playing, but the reality is that change is coming, and he referenced the console model as not being almost not being enough. Like I said, I'm gonna drop the full interview and my reaction to it. But what I got from it is that to him, the council model is not enough. So that means that something is going to change. Now, a lot of us don't like change, myself included. And a lot of us like things to be kept a certain way, or it takes us a long time to adapt to certain things. And depending on what it is, some things it's easier for you to adapt than others, right? I always talk about music because I like comparing music to a lot of this stuff, right? There's a lot of music nowadays that is extremely popular, that is considered good music that I just can't relate to and I don't like. I recognize that it's not that music is bad now, it's that my taste in music is different. Right now, I'm admitting that to you. If I'm actually arguing with somebody else, I'm gonna tell them all day, like, no, my music, I grew up with better music than you did, like hands down. No questions asked, right? But in reality, that's might not necessarily be the case. It's just that people like the way music sound now versus the way music sounded, back then. Okay, I guess. Change though is the problem. We might not like the change. I remember the ringtone era, right? Where a single was more important than a full album. And it almost seems like a lot of the big artists, like artists like Drake and Eminem and Kanye and even Lil Wayne, like they're still dropping albums that the entire album you can listen to and you can enjoy the music. J. Cole, Joyner Lucas, right? So there's still artists out there that are doing that, but there's plenty of artists that are looking for that smash hit quick single that's gonna get them paid. And I can't really be mad at that, right? But again, that's a change, and a change in the way that we consume music now that allows that to be a thing, allows that to happen. We don't have to accept change when you're my age and your age and the age that we're in. But the only way we don't have to accept it is if we don't accept the technology the way it's moving. So we can continue listening to the old music that we like. And you know what? That could satisfy me. Like if you told me that for the rest of my life I can only listen to Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and let's say Nas, right? Let's say I can only pick five artists, right? Damn, I gotta throw Eminem in there. I would be okay. I'd be okay. I wouldn't have to listen to any new artists ever. Regardless of how awesome I think Kendrick Lamar is, like I'm good. It'll be all right. J. Cole, I'm good. It'll be all right. Like I would be okay with those with my top five, right? So I get it for those of you that are saying you don't want to to succumb to subscription services. That's fine. That's fine. I get those of you that don't want to only be able to purchase games digitally. That's fine. Like you can go ahead and keep your physical copy. You could go ahead and keep your non-subscription based gaming experience. You can go ahead and keep that. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But understand that the industry is not going to stop just for you. And as long as you can understand and you can accept that, you will know that at some point in your gaming career and your gaming life, you will be outdated. And if you're okay with that, then that's fine. It's an individual decision as to whether or not you're okay with change. Cloud gaming is probably the next big thing. It's already here. It is already here. And a lot of I actually every single platform does cloud gaming. Every single, whether you want to admit it or not. Sony has a cloud gaming where you can stream games on PS Now. Xbox has xCloud, Stadia, Luna, GeForce Now. Like cloud gaming is here, and every single company has it. Nintendo has cloud gaming, so every single company is doing it. Now is that will eventually take over. I see how I don't see how it doesn't. I don't see how it doesn't play a major part in gaming in the future, not right now. Not right now. Everybody talks about right now. There's people that don't have internet. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you right now. No, but that's where everything is moving towards, though. Streaming is where everything is moving towards now. Gaming is like the last media consumption thing that hasn't fully transitioned over to streaming as its main point. And obviously it's because of the technicalities and being it's a different media. It's a media that you interact with. Everything else is kind of passive, right? But once the bandwidth goes up, and internet's only always it's only getting better. You remember a time where you had to pay for data, right? Now most of us have unlimited data, right? It's only going to get better. You remember when people had 3Gs, 2G, 4G. Now there's 5G LTE. Now there's all kinds of stuff, right? So it's only going to get better. And as that technology gets better, the way we consume video games is going to get better. But again, if you don't want to change, that's perfectly fine. So that's the question is that's my question to you. Leave me your comment on this. What is your line where you will say, okay, for me, I'm done with gaming as far as moving forward. I'm still going to game, but this is the only way I will consume this media. Now, even though music streaming is extremely popular, you could still go out there and buy albums, can't you? So you could still find people. Listen, I go to the gym all the time. You still see people walking on treadmills with actual Walkmans. That's crazy to me. But there's people that still have Walkman. There's people that actually still use wired headphones. It's still a thing. Now I haven't seen someone use a beeper in a long time. If you don't even know what a beeper is, then yeah, right. So some technology just flat out dies. But I'm sure there's probably still people around this world that probably still use beepers. I'm sure there is. Somebody's like, yo, just beat me. I'll tell you another technology that's kind of weird. A house phone. Isn't it funny that there's places that still ask for a house phone? Like, what's your house phone number? And like, who has a house phone? There's people that still have house phones. So, and again, there's people that might like that. Like, I only give my cell phone to specific people. Everybody else has to call my house. Okay, bet. That is what it is. But change in the video game industry is coming. And these executives are thinking about money. And when they're thinking about money, they're thinking about not just charging you individually more for something, but if they could charge more people the same price, they're going to make that money. And that's what Jim is thinking about. Why would I just want this great PlayStation game to only reach 10 to 20 million people when there's over, I don't know, 300 million people playing video games or something? I don't know exactly what the number is, but why would I only want a small percentage of those gamers to be able to experience this and get money from just that small percentage? That makes no sense. It could still be a Sony platform exclusive, not a Sony console exclusive. And that's, I think, where the biggest difference is. But you guys let me know what you think. Am I tripping? Where is this disconnect coming from? And where do you personally draw the line as far as like, okay, gaming is going to have to take a back seat because I'm not going to game that way? So far, I enjoy cloud gaming as well. But I'm not going to lie. I like gaming on my hardware a lot better. I like gaming on my Xbox Series X a lot better, PS4 Pro a lot better. So it's just what it is. And I think the only reason I like that is because I just don't like I'm not fully convinced in the business model of Stadia Pro, because I gotta pay for 4K when I'm getting it for free on the Xbox Series X. That's the only reason. Like, why are you making me pay for 4K? Maybe if they got rid of that and made me pay for something else, I'd be okay. But don't make me pay for the 4K. Like, when you're already taking more data and bandwidth. But that's a whole nother video. DocDog1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.